welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. What I can't. Hello, my divalicious divas. I've missed you guys. I haven't filmed a long form video like this in a while. Let me tell you something real quick. One, I took a little break during, Christmas time. I'm like, I want to take a break. I want to spend time with my family. My editor's like, I'm going to take a break too. I'm like, bitch, period. You better fucking take your break, diva. You go out of town. And then, obviously with everything that happened in LA, there's been fires, so I have not been able to film. I was actually evacuated from my home, and I actually was displaced. I was at Laura's, actually, for 4 days. So, thank God I have her and Tyler, and it was really scary. It was a really scary time, but I'm back home, and I'm really glad to be filming and kind of just getting back into the swing of things. It's been a while. It's been a long while. And I'm really excited to be here and filming with you guys. There's just so much going on and I feel overwhelmed. I really do. And there's a lot of uncertainty going on, but I'm really excited to just be here back on my channel, back where my YouTube home, and just like chill and record and do a testing new makeup video like old times. Make it feel like normal. I crave normalcy because there was a lot of uncertainty going on in the last week and a half with everything happening in LA and the fires, and it's truly devastating, and I feel this weird sense of guilt that my house survived and others didn't. It's a really weird feeling where I'm grateful. I'm so grateful, but I'm so devastated for them. I don't know what it's called. I think someone had said that it was called survivor's guilt, maybe. But yeah, you guys, that's what today's video is gonna be. As always, if you guys don't like this video, if you guys don't like me, please don't fucking watch it. No joy of that. But if you guys do like this video, if you guys like when we test new makeup, if you guys like the gays,
it's important to remind yourself that you slay, no matter if you gay. Okay.
Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Today's our first testing new makeup video of 2025, and we have a lot to get through. So prepare yourself, grab a snack. It could be long. Let me just take some of these things out of this. We just actually got a new, oh my god, Morphe, y'all ate. Look at this thing. A whole new like brush set line from Morphe. They just launched a new line of these like synthetic brushes that are like antimicrobial. Very cool. They look beautiful. They look absolutely beautiful. They actually remind me aesthetically of like the Makeup by Ariel ones, but like with like more cream and different vibes, but kind of similar aesthetically. Very cool. We will definitely be using some of these brushes today because they look lovely. They do. We got this Supernova Moisture Rich Primer. I'll try this on half the face so I can use this on the other half. We have this primer from ColourPop. This is the Pretty Fresh Set It Up Primer. You know how ColourPop has the Pretty Fresh line, or the, the Fourth Ray Energy. That's what this is. So I'm really intrigued to see the difference of these two. Like, will this make me look smooth? It's just a little cream. It's a little cremita. It's white. Oh, that feels actually quite lovely. It's pretty viscous, actually. It's kind of thick. It's not like a thin, lightweight situation. I feel a barrier. I do feel a barrier. I actually do think that made my pores look a little smaller. There's a very small, tiny baby blur that's going on. Almost like Huda Beauty Primer, like kind of blur, where it's not fierce, but it's not nothing either. Huh. And at that ColourPop price point, we love to see it. I do see a blur here, and it feels like velvet. Like on my skin, it actually feels velvety. The Vive one, this one right here, is so fascinating to me because it looks like this mousse, this bouncy, moussey consistency. And I'm curious, I'm like, is this gonna give us color? Oh, it's gonna give us a glow. Complete opposite of what the ColourPop is doing. Look at the difference on my forehead. More mattifying with the ColourPop, and then more glowy with the BB. I think finish-wise, you know me, I'm gonna always go for the more velvety matte finish, that fantasy. This is really beautiful though. It looks so nice on the skin and super hydrating. I need a blur. I do. So what the fuck are we gonna do with TikTok on? Huh? Are we getting a red note? Tell me now, are we getting a red note? I actually already have a red note. I downloaded it. I did. I've already uploaded a few on Miss Red Note. I honestly think I'm gonna live. I do. I've uploaded some of my short form on there. It's very similar to TikTok in a way. Like the interface seems extremely similar. We have a new foundation. Baby. We have the new ABH one. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Impeccable Blurring Second Skin Matte Foundation. Anything with blurring in the title is going to get my attention. I'm a little self-tan right now, so I'm gonna take the shade 1.5. Do about this much. I'm actually not sure. I've not tried this yet, so I'm very intrigued to see what it's gonna give. Morphe also came out with this little like trio where it's like $13 for a sponge, a puff, and then like a little tiny, what are you? It's a cushion. It's a mini puff cushion. Let's try this. Or should I use the brush? Brush. We're using a brush. 100%. God, there's so many options. I'm overwhelmed. You know I love a kabuki. We're doing a kabuki. I honestly should wash these brushes first. But if you guys think I'm going to go hand wash these brushes right now, you got another thing coming, sister. Okay, let's go in with this blur. I will say, so this is a new foundation coming out with ABH. I'm self-tan, and this is the darkest shade they sent me, and that's what it looks like. Am I too dark right now? It'll oxidize. Let's just say it's gonna oxidize. Well, that's what we'll say. Let's see. Honestly, it really is giving me a blur. You guys, maybe because I'm also wearing a blurring primer, but this looks like dry. Maybe I'll go on this side and see what it's gonna give on the more glowier side. I'm actually really happy I put 2 primers on now. I've not been this matte in a long time. Let me tell you something. This side, definitely less matte. The primer's doing something. The primer's doing something. Both primers are doing something because usually, I don't look like this. The finish of that foundation is stunning. I don't think that I'm going to go in with a matte primer underneath this soft matte velvet foundation ever again, I will admit. I would also just like to say that I think it's crazy that TikTok is potentially getting banned and that Congress came together so fast and so fiercely on this TikTok ban, which no one wants at all, yet there are things happening in schools that rhyme with looting, read between the lines, that they have not, you know, come to consensus about. And it's actually really quite insane to me. Really quite insane to me, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's absolutely breaking me apart, let me tell you that. It's not playing well with others. Maybe if I do like another light layer on my nose, that might make a difference. But baby, the face is giving spooky ooky. And I'm kind of like, okay, it is also a matte foundation, which makes sense. It's gonna obviously be a little bit more like peely if you do too many layers because it dries down, right? It's gonna create this almost like layer that's dried. So if you add another layer on top, any areas that were underneath it that weren't dry are gonna pick up, you know? So you have to really be aware of that when it comes to mattifying foundations or velvet foundations and things like that. I'm trying to make it work when it comes to this combination of stuff. It's never gonna give you the lightweight, airy, dewy diva. It's like a velvet matte foundation, babe. You're gonna feel it. I do feel like we made it work. Yes, my face is lighter. Don't judge me. We're not talking about that right now. I don't have a new bronzer, so I'm going to go in with some bronzer real quick, some cream bronzer, and I'll come back in with some more liquids. Cream bronzer, check. I feel like I look a lot more... Isn't this crazy that this side looks almost powdered? It looks almost powdered. You have to admit, it looks insane. Like in my cheek area, it really is blurring. The foundation does a good job at blurring. I'm very actually impressed with that aspect of it, but it dries pretty quickly, so just kind of watch out for like the multiple layering of it. But I do think that it looks actually quite gorgeous on the skin. I'm very impressed. Just kind of make sure you're looking into the ingredients, what your ingredients of your primers are, because things can mix and mingle and not look good. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we're getting into a good spot. Cream bronzer on. I feel like I look diffused. I added an extra layer around my nose where it was breaking apart, and I think it looks better. We got the ube powder, ube blush. I love ube, by the way. Like, I'm a huge ube fan. One of my best friends in high school, her name was Catherine. Shout out to Catherine. She got me into ube bread, and I was gagged fiercely by Miss Ube bread. You have no idea. I was so fiercely gagged. And honestly, I loved it. And ever since then, I've just loved the taste of ube. I think it's absolutely amazing. In Chula Vista, there's a lot of Filipinos. So shout out to my Chula Vista Filipino girlies. A ton of Mexicans and a ton of Filipinos. And I live National City. Do not get me started on Miss National City. You know where you are. Anyway, so Huda Beauty came out with an ube birthday cake kind of, you know, vibe. So we have liquid blushes. We have cotton candy. No, we're going to go with the ube stuff. So the ube vibes. We also have the new Kosas. I believe this is new. Revealer Extra Bright Concealer Color Corrector. So they have like revealer concealers, and then they came out with revealer serum color corrector. So I kind of want to go in with this pinkier one right here because you guys, I love a pinky corrector. I'm obsessed. This is in the shade Magic. I keep diving back into the Morphe set. I will say, you guys, immediately, first impressions, these brushes are fantastic. I'm really, really impressed with them. So I'm going to use this pink. Oh, it's real pink. Oh, it's pink. It's quite pink, so just prepare yourself mentally. This shade specifically is extremely pinky, and so you will have to definitely go over it with actual concealer because it's almost like too pink. If that makes sense. But it looks so good. So I love it. Like, I love the way this looks. But I do have to go in with a little bit of, you know, my actual shade. Because I'm telling you, if I don't, it's going to look crazy. Let's mix it with regular concealer. A pinky under eye is my kryptonite. It's just too good. It's too fierce. I'm going to black out. So that's what that's looking like. And my under eye is looking sickening. Also, the concealer looks really nice under the eyes. Like, as like a serum-y first step as a corrector. I think it actually looks really, really pretty. And I think it looks really bright and really awakened. Let me tell you something. I'm awake. I obviously haven't blended my concealer into my bronzer because I'm going to use the blush as my blend. So don't clock me, you guys. I know I look crazy. I know. But let's go in with the Ube Cream blush and see what it's giving. I mean, it looks like the color of Ube to me. Absolutely. I'm curious what this is going to go on like. Let's see. I love this kind of lavendery purple. It's really light. Holy shit, this is light. Several dots of this because it's actually a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. Next brush that we're trying right here. A random one. What is this? It says blush, period. We're just going to pat this in. Luckily, because they are pretty pigmented, it will show up on me and I'll be okay. But it's quite light. Don't you guys think? Like, it's actually pretty fair, but it's a pretty color. I love a lavender baby doll cool tone pink. Like, that's so my fantasy already. So this for me works fantastic. I just don't think that this is gonna work like on a ton of skin tones. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. What do you guys think? It's so light. It's just so light to me. Maybe if we layer multiple layers, but because it's so light, it's kind of hard to think that it would. But the thing is, Huda and their team, they have so many blushes that would work on multiple complexions. This is just expanding their range. So not every single shade has to work for every single person, obviously. I'm just, you know, trying this out for the first time. So I'm just curious. Like, I wonder if this would work on, you know, multiple complexions. Like, would it work on medium? Would it work on deeper? Like, how would that work? I don't think it really would. I don't. But I think it looks beautiful on me and my complexion. So I'm just saying that as a side note. I literally love this Ube color on me. I'm unstoppable. You cannot take me. You can't take me. What I'm really intrigued about, the Ube birthday cake powder. It's purple, man. I don't think this is going to look good on me because I think it's going to be too purple, personally. I think this might be for more medium skin tones, 100% transparent. But I am really intrigued to just try it and see what it would look like on my complexion. And I'm a little self-tan right now, so maybe it would work. It's like an ultraviolet purple. Okay, we're taking this. Oh, Scooby. I do feel like it's a little too purple for me. Like the color is too, ¿cómo se dice? Pigmented. It's too dark for me and my complexion, and I'm self-tanned right now. So imagine me not self-tanned. It would literally look quite purple. So I feel like this might not be my fantasy. I do feel that. I don't think you guys understand. It's really quite purple. I know it doesn't look as purple on camera. I'm going to insert the photo so you can see it's actually like quite purple for me. And you know what? I honestly expected this. I was not expecting it to be, you know, for me specifically and my skin tone specifically. I do feel like this is more for that olivey, you know, complexion. However, I do think they did a really great job. I think it diffuses really nicely. I think it looks really pretty. I just feel like for me, it's just a little bit too purple. I'm going to stick with the Cherry Blossom because Cherry Blossom does give me a pinky hue, but it's not like too purple. But let me tell you, it looks sickening. It really does. It just doesn't work specifically, at least for me. If you guys like the look, baby, then it works on you. You know what I'm saying? I cannot even begin to tell you guys how nice it feels to film, by the way. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's been a struggle these last few weeks. So to be here, to feel like this normal feeling, I cannot even begin to describe the feeling I'm feeling right now of gratitude. I'm gonna go bronze up the perimeters of my skin real quick, and I'll be right back. We are bronze and we are bright. Let me tell you something. We are bronze and we are quite bright. So I added a little bit of this kind of cooler blush right here, this cool pink from my Nude Prism blush palette, just to add over top to kind of give it that same color of that lavendery pinky purple tone. So I added that over top, which is why it kind of looks like powdered, but I feel like it fit the vibe literally perfectly. It looks like an Ube version of blush, so it's kind of like literally fantastic for this look. Anyway, let's move on to a highlighter. And let me tell you something, Miss Nimya, Miss Nikki Tutorials, I see you, Divalicious Diva. We have these glowfication highlighters that she launched with Nimya, and I'm just seeing these for the first time. And I'm so excited to try them because they look so sickening to swatch for the first time. Oh, silk. Oh, shit. You see that? You see that fucking blindness? And I'm not surprised whatsoever because Nikki is known to be a glow queen. She is. She is just that girl. She is that diva. She wants to glow from space. And I love her for it. Let me tell you something. I love her for it. I'm obsessed with her. Anyway, I think I'm going to go in with the pink one. There's a frosty pink. There's a lot of a pink undertone in it though, so maybe not. I'm going to go with the light hand. I like the compact a lot. I like the compact. I like the big ass mirror. Sickening as Nikki. I didn't expect no less. We're going in with a fluffier brush. What is this one? Powder. Oh, bitch. Look at this. And I'm powdered down, you guys. I'm powdered down, and it still looks this stunning on powdered skin. Why does it fit so perfectly with what I have going on my face today? I like it because I feel like you can actually be kind of a demure highlight, or you can really amp it up. Like, you can actually kind of be quite versatile with these. Y'all ate that. Let me take the wider one. I'm actually going to take a little bit on that one. Look at the, see that? So you can go blinding. The white, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, the white one's blinding. Let me tell you something. The mug is coming together. It really is. Also, I added a little bit of white powder, like white eyeshadow on the inner parts of my eye, just to kind of diffuse the purple that was underneath there, because it was quite purple for me. So I wanted to kind of at least, you know, give it a little bit of a diffusion. So I added some white shadow to really like kind of still stay bright, but nullify the purple a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Still stay away with nullify the purple a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nullify the purple, what I'm saying. So I'm gonna do the brows really quickly. I'm gonna come back to do shadows. I think for shadows, you guys, let me tell you something. This ColourPop, a Twilight New Moon collection. You see this shit right here? I'm suing. Lunar Beauty is suing. I'm just kidding. How dare? No. It looks so pretty. It's so like, it honestly feels like it makes sense. The color story wise, it actually flows quite well. With my fantasy, what I think of New Moon, it really feel like it flows that vibe. Earthy, mossy energy, you know? So I'm gonna take, I think, some of this, even though I don't feel like it goes with my cheeks and my face whatsoever. We're gonna try some of this a little later on. I'm gonna do my brows and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so we are back, and the brows are filled. Back and the brows are filled. Back and the brows are filled. I was feeling it. You know, I've been gone for so long. You know, I was feeling the brows, you know? Anyway, guys, let's go on with the New Moon ColourPop palette. They actually have a whole ass collection. They have, like, body glow, like, kind of oil. They have, like, some other single shadows. They have, like, a lot of things, like, red lip gloss. But I think for today, I'm going to use this baddie here. I just don't know what to do with this. Like, it just, I feel like it doesn't actually fit the vibe of my look. That I'm so cool tone lavender, and this is actually all warm. Every fucking one. Okay, maybe that's cool. Okay, so let me, I can swatch some at least. So we're gonna swatch Wolfpack. Really, you know, crunchy. Kind of like a loose, like a pressed glitter. Another pressed glitter is Adrenaline. We have Soulless Monster, which is like a shimmer. Really nice, like a forest face. Punch, like a copper. So we have a lot of like actually unique tones here. Some of them are just going to be a little chunkier because they are like more pressed glitters, and some are like actual shadows. So it kind of just depends. There's a lot of different finishes to it. Of course, we have mattes, but there's some shimmers, some glitters. You're getting a lot of different aspects. What I'm going to, I think, do is I'm going to go with some of the mattes because I actually do have a shimmer I want to use. So Half Magic actually launched these eyeshadow singles that went viral, and I got a bunch of them here. And I have there's this one I really want to use. I think it's this one, Electric Butterfly. Is this the one I want to use? Look, like, Diva. It's a purple blue shift. I must use this on my eyes. Blushing Lizard. It's funny because I actually put Half Magic like packaging in my worst of 2024, and then I actually talked to Half Magic themselves. And they were like, oh, you know, it's actually like compostable, and you're supposed to pop these out to put into like a Z palette or like a little packaging. And I was like, my bad. My bad. I'm gonna take October, November, December. How funny that that's a name from the palette. I'm so actually weak from this palette. It's a really pretty chocolatey purple kind of neutral, to be honest. I'm gonna make this outer edge, right? I'm gonna make this outer little edge. It's very warm. So if you're not into warm tones, I don't think this palette will actually be your fantasy whatsoever, because it pulls pretty warm foresty, and not so neutral. Definitely doesn't pull neutral. It pulls like foresty warmth. When blending out, actually blends out pretty, what would you say that color is? Pretty neutral, kind of gray. Did not expect it to blend gray. What the heck? But I do like that little lift on the outer corner. Lift me, babe, I need a lift. Let me tell you something. When I hit the ripe old age of whatever the fuck age I want to do it at, I will be getting a lift. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna have to mix a little bit of Nude Prism. I'm taking in milk tea, just because I need to kind of diffuse that a little bit, but there's no color in that palette to diffuse this, so I'm just gonna diffuse that myself. Speaking of milk tea, you guys, my brother's boba shop is opening on the 25th. I'm literally so gooped and so gagged. You guys have no idea. I've been waiting for this day for years. I've been waiting for years. So Denki's Boba is what it's called. It's in Eastlake, like Chula Vista area. So if you're from San Diego, you know what Eastlake is, and you know like where Chula is. It's like the really, really south of the border, like south of San Diego, closer to the border. But Nick has a boba shop that's opening, and I cannot even begin to describe how gagged I am, because it's anime themed, and it's actually the cutest boba shop I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm not just saying that because he's my brother. I am biased, absolutely, but it's so sickening because I'm a huge anime fan. Me and my brothers are all anime fans. Like, we actually bond over anime. It's actually really cute that we all bond over anime. It's actually happening on the 25th of January, the grand opening. I believe they're becoming exact at like 12 o'clock. I'll put more details in my description if you guys want to check it out, but I will be there. So I will be there on the 25th of January at the boba shop, and I'm so excited. If you guys live in San Diego, or if you guys are like kind of free on the 25th, I would love to see you guys there. I'll be there for a few hours. I'm so happy to see you guys. So the grand opening is finally happening. I really thought I was going to be able to use more from this palette. I really did. But looking at it now, I'm kind of like, oh, 2 + 2 is 4. But maybe there's a liner. Let's see. Hold on. Oh. Okay, see, now we're cooking with grease. We have these like chrome green and gold pencils. Wait, this is sick. Let me see. I might maybe put a little bit on my, maybe like my lower lash line if the colors are sickening. I think that ColourPop, by the way, has launched some of the most sickening chrome pencils, and I don't think they get enough credit for these. Like, these pencils, what are they called? The multi-chrome shadow sticks. I don't think they get enough credit for how nice these are. I might dabble in them. I don't know. This ruby gloss, by the way, this ruby-ass gloss, this like molten red, gorge. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the New Moon collection. I just think it looks so cool. I love the aesthetic. I was a Twilight stan, by the way. Twilight stan. I would go to every midnight premiere with my mother. Yeah. It turned into a family affair. Yup. And I was obsessed. I think I'm just going to go in with one of these, honestly. I trust these more. Let me try it. Oh, have magic. This is what I needed right here. Let me tell you something. I love this blue-pink shift. The shade I end up, by the way, using is Blushing Lizard. That's the one I ended up going in with. I'm going to curl my lashes, and we're going to go in with the new Haus Labs B-Structural Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara. Very intrigued. Very intrigued. Let me tell you something. It's not a waterproof mascara, so I know chances are high that my curl will fall, but that's kind of every single mascara on me that's not waterproof. So I tend to just like kind of curl again and like just kind of keep it moving. You know, I just know my journey. I know my struggles, and that's what they are. Or I'll literally like heat up my curler. I think it's time for me to get a lash lift. Have you guys ever gotten a lash lift? Tell me. Bristles, not silicone. It's like a kind of brush material. Oh, it's like lightweight. It's not a really wet formula. It's a little bit thicker, not so goopy, which I really love. Look at that. Look at that separation. That's lovely. That's absolutely lovely. My curl is falling a little bit, but that is to be expected. Let's see what happens while I do this side and see where it falls to. How far did it go? I'm kind of gagged. The mascara is really not falling like that bad at all. I mean, it's fallen a little bit, but like compared to normal mascaras on me that aren't waterproof, like they don't stay even up at all. They're usually too like wet and goopy. Because this is a thinner formula, maybe it's not nearly as heavy on the lash, so the curl can like withstand, you know, death and destruction. I don't know. I'm actually gonna take that ColourPop palette one more time. I just noticed that I didn't highlight my inner corner. We're taking mood control. A little bit of mood control right here. Because it's like a white with a little bit of gold reflect. Let me dig in my bag of tricks. Hold on. Hold on. I'm looking. So lippies have a lot of options. Let me tell you something. We got a lot of options for the lippies. We have this like duo. These duos. Oh my god. Look how cute these are. The Volturi. And then we got Jacob. And it's actually really quite funny knowing Taylor Lautner now. Like I literally know him and I've been to his home. The Taylors. I know both of them. And it's quite fascinating knowing them now, and I literally grew up watching these movies. Crazy how life can be. Love the shade, by the way. It has like a nice, it's like a mauvey brown. Really, really beautiful, like brownish tone with that kit. And then we have the other set, the more Volturi set, and I'm assuming this is more of a, yeah, like a plum, like almost like a bloody plum tone. So this is like a really bright, vibrant, more orange leaning red. You know, I don't think either of these is the vibe. Not for today. I don't. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just keep it 100%. What I think I'm gonna do. So Dibs actually just launched these cute little new Jam Jam lip plumping lipstick melts, and I do fear I'm intrigued. So we have this bluish one, which I really want to try. So that's what it looks like. Dibs. I love Dibs. Oh, it feels lovely. Let me tell you something. We also have these by MannyMua. These cool little, basically glitter lip toppers. Glitter lip toppers. We have a pinky one, a champagne-y one, and like a rose quartzy one. It's like a taupe. Okay, so it's like a taupey color. Really pretty. We have the pinky one, and then we have a champagne one. I think I'm gonna go in with the champagne one because it just looks cool. It kind of reminds me of like the Jouer lip toppers, but in like a stick form. So I'm really excited to try this. Oh, this is kind of plumping. Jam Jam plumping. Honey, it's actually insane. If you guys like that old school, like kind of 90s frosty lip, this actually will be your absolute fantasy. I'm gonna take a little bit of the pinky one too. Add a little dimension to it. Yeah. My whole face is really frosty today, actually. I feel very 90s. Maybe I got a little bit of lip liner on the sides. For the definition, at least. Let me see. I like that even more with a little definition. Holy shit, that looks great. Let me do some setting spray. One size. Y'all are crazy. Y'all sent me. I love the bedazzle. I love it. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I also have this setting spray from Miss ABH with the bottle is stunning, by the way. Plastic, yes, but like an embossed cap, the gold in the center. I think it's lovely. I'm gonna do a little spritz of this as well. That's really freaking nice. I'm excited to keep trying this out. First impression wise, it's like a milky color, milky consistency. That is the last of our products that we're testing out today. Our first new makeup video of the year, and it's not the last. It is not the last. I'm never taking a break that long again. My poor babies, you missed me. I had so much fun trying out all these new products. There was a lot of bangers. A lot of absolute freaking bangers up in here. The ABH foundation, I need to try it some more. Okay, it's a first impressions. I need to try it some more. Very intrigued about it. I feel like I need to kind of play with other primers and moisturizers to kind of work with it because it's a little spooky when things don't want to blend with one another. You know what I'm saying? The ColourPop primer, sickening. Really, really excited to keep trying that because actually it really did go a little bit matte on my skin and it felt like velvet. So nice. The highlighters, gorgeous. Obviously, Nikki did such a great job. The Ube products from Huda, I feel like some of them work on me. Some of them didn't as much, but some of them absolutely do. They actually came out with an Ube gloss. I'm just going to toss it on for the fuck of it. I know I'm already glossed up and I'm glittery, but they came out with an Ube gloss. A milky lavender. Like I was saying, the Huda stuff, I feel like it can work on a lot of people and it could not work on a lot of people. You know what I mean? Depending on the color, what you like, what you enjoy. I feel like the purpley under eye powder, it's a little bit too purple for me. It doesn't really fit me. However, it's still beautiful looking and it can work on a lot of different people. And the New Moon collection, the products are great. It's such a fun, you know, collaboration with Twilight, with ColourPop. Such a good job on that. I think it looks so good. Just depends if you like the color story. The shades are nice. You know, the quality is good. It's the same ColourPop quality that they always do, which is always quite nice. If you don't like the colors, don't get it, obviously. The Half Magic Shadow, insane. Absolutely incredible, impeccable. Iconic. The Haus Labs mascara, I'm still quite impressed with it. It's dropped a little bit. It's definitely not as fierce as it was when I first put it on, but it didn't drop that much, which has gagged me. That's it for today's video. I had so much fun filming it because I had so much fun just being back here and being able to film. Oh my God, it's so nice. It's so nice. But I love you guys so much. Have a great night or day, wherever you guys are, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. which won't be that long away. Bye. What the hell is this? Without the lights, stop. Ah. Okay. Oh shit. I'm pulling out. I'm pulling out. That's how. Not pulling out. That sounds horrible.